Hello, everyone. It is so great to see all of you this evening or this morning, depending on your global location. I am excited to be here. My name is Jessica Johnston. I am in Charlotte, North Carolina, in the United States, and I am honored always. And it feels like such a privilege to be here to be able to share with our global community tonight, which is tonight in the United States. This is an empowerment coaching call where I get to just show up and pick a topic and pour into you and give you what I know, what I have learned about this industry of e-commerce, and just bring all of my experience to you and hope that I can empower you just a little bit more. I want to start tonight's call with just explaining. I want to talk about belief in the company, belief in three, why I'm here, a little bit about my background. We always have new people joining these Zooms. I want to welcome all of the brand new people that are here. You have made the right decision. You are in the right place with us. It's an honor to have you in the team and here with us at three, helping us expand a huge global business, soon to be a billion-dollar business, multi-billion-dollar business, and I am here for it. So I want to talk about my story, my background, and why I believe in this so much. And then also the timing. I want to talk about what you've been doing over the last several months to prepare you going into the fall, the autumn months that are coming up, which tend to be really great, active seasons and months in the e-commerce space. And so I want to talk to you guys a little bit about that too. I am excited, as always, to have three guests tonight that I'll be bringing on. After I educate just a little bit, I'll be bringing them on just to pick their brain, unscripted, not really prepared, just to say, okay, what have you been doing so that we can move you into the fall? How have you set yourself up to be prepared for the fall? And it's not too late. It's not too late. If you have not been super active and super excited, then start now, start today, and start getting super active. And maybe I've got some ideas for you to start doing that. Okay, so it's never too late. I always love to say that the work that we do now, the people that we talk to now, the conversations that we're having now are what grows our business later. And so we have to honor the process of how e-commerce works. We are in a social business. We are in a business of conversations. We have conversations with people. We offer people health solutions. We offer people financial solutions. We offer people an ability to experience maybe more time freedom in their life, an ability to work from home. And where I started with all of this is just the health product and being excited about that. And so we offer these solutions, and people are going about their life every single day, and they're in the monotony and the schedule and the routine. It's work, it's family, it's work, it's family, maybe something for the weekend, maybe a vacation. Too many of us are not spending enough time on ourselves, vacationing, refreshing, starting over. I feel refreshed because I've had a couple of vacations recently that have made me just feel so good. And my energy for this has probably been never better with Three International. I've been with the company for 2.5 years. I said yes very quickly, actually, to this company, even though I come from a space with a different organization, a different brand. I was able to have over a decade of experience to learn the abundance and the value of what this industry, this profession, this is my profession now, what this can provide for people in their lives. It was a very organic, I mean, it was also who I look up to for my God, but it was also a very organic shift in my life from going through extreme health challenges when I was in my 20s and my 30s, looking for solutions for those health challenges, trying so many things and so many things and so many things, and then discovering that giving my body proper nutrients, especially with three at a highly absorbable level, nutrients being absorbed. But then ultimately, I think the magic for me and for my body was learning how to detox my body. We have this beautiful product called Purify. I know if you're on this Zoom or if you're hearing this recording, you've probably experienced or Purify. It is a product for me that I never ever want to live without. And it's this experience of pulling these impurities out of the system together with Revive, helping to reduce inflammation out of the system. Now, because of my health challenges, those two products alone have significant impact for me. But I know what antioxidants do for my body. I know what the Vitalite does for my body. And I am convinced after months and months of Vitalite and consistent use, I am convinced that I've had some weight loss success. And I wasn't even looking for that. So I discovered about 13, 14 years ago the importance of detox and got a decade of experience in another corporation where I learned how to use these products efficiently to feel good, to feel my best, and to have optimal health. But it evolved for me into the financial opportunity. That was a surprise for me. That wasn't why I started the company. It wasn't how I was introduced to the company. It wasn't in my mind initially. It was I want to get my body healthy because I had been struggling about 13 years with different health challenges. And so ultimately, I started to pay closer attention to the fact that there was more here than just the product. There was an opportunity for me at that time to be home with my three children. I have three daughters. I got to be home with my three children, and I didn't know what I was doing. If you're brand new and you don't know what you're doing, it's okay. We all start there. One of my guests tonight is brand new to the industry and brand new to three, and she would say she doesn't know what she's doing, but she's at the top of most of my reports. She's talking to a lot of people. She's having a lot of conversations. We're in the business of conversations. And she's really, really coachable. So we'll get to her and talk more about her story, but she's really coachable. And what do I do next? What do I do next? So that was me in the beginning. What do I do next? Tell me what I need to know. Tell me what's important for me to understand this profession because I love the product. I love this concept of detox. I'm always going to cleanse my body. I'm always going to load my body with nutrients, supplementation that I could not get through Whole Foods. And even when I tried to do that, it wasn't fully successful. And so I have a doctor, Dr. Dan Gubler, who gets me nutrients in my body that I can't possibly find anywhere at a grocery store, even an organic store, a Whole Food store. And so my body is in great health. I love the aspect of wellness. And so I chose, after leaving that prior company, to join Three International intentionally because of the very current science, because of the timing, which is what I'm really going to talk about today, because the timing of the company and my belief in Dr. Dan, my belief in Daniel PQ, and my wholehearted, fully devoted belief to Kim Hui and her team, Samson Lee included, who's already been a mentor, and knowing that I was able to come into a new company. Side note, leaving an extraordinary income with my former company. I left an extraordinary income and I started from zero to start over with three because of some of the things I've mentioned. The timing of this company, the current science, the trust in our leadership, knowing where this could go, and the fact that I had experience in a similar opportunity to take to a much bigger level with three and to create a team that can have a huge impact to this company. My belief for Three International is it's everything I just said. For me to walk away from that income, my children are now teenagers, and what I've learned and now am spoiled with a virtual opportunity to be at home on my computer with kids and dogs and be able to do laundry during the day and keep up with the other errands and the chores that I have and keep up with my house, go to a doctor's appointment when I need to. I have no boss. I work for myself and I have this beast of a company called Three International behind me to help me be successful. not just in function and infrastructure, but in product support, mentorship, even in the team that I joined. With Chris and Jennifer Hardy, through Ricky and Francoise Untermeyer, Holly and Corbin Roush, and just the people that reach out to me weekly and say, how's it going? How are you doing? How can we help you? Even Kim and Samson, who reach out to make sure our team is doing great. So I made such a great decision. And I am yours to continue to pour into you and be excited about what this is and just create belief for what it is that we have. So let me shift into timing that I mentioned. What I've discovered now, it's been 13, almost 14 years that I have chosen this as my profession. It has provided my family a beautiful life, and freedom, time freedom. Time freedom. I think the most important thing in our life is the people that are around us, our family, our friends. That's the most important part of our life. And second behind that is the time I believe that we get to spend with these people. And so that has been the greatest gift through this profession, whether you're earning $100,000 or $50,000 or $500,000. Some people, $1 million, some people. And I have people in our team that are going to be making millions of dollars in this company. I know that. I know that. I know that. Okay. Everybody's earnings are different. You know, it depends on how much effort people are putting in. This is not just lucky. We have to have conversations and we have to, what I was saying in the beginning, honor the process for people to join us. And so the work, perfect lead in to the work, the things, the conversations. I don't call this work. Let me be clear for a second. I don't call this work. I don't think this is a job. I've never felt like this is a job. I've been able to pick my own hours and even pick our own team. We get to pick the people that we work with, right? How fun is that? I know some of you wish that you could pick your own teammates, pick your own coworkers, or pick your own boss, right? Well, you get to be your own boss. You get to align with people that are just like you. And so I want to talk about the conversations that we're having now. I have discovered in my experience that we have to honor the timing of people to join us and the work, the conversations, the seeds that we plant with people to say, hey, I have this health opportunity, I have this product, I have this community, I have this event to go to, I have this potential financial opportunity that can be very, very abundant. Are you looking for more income? Are you looking for a community? Are you looking for better health? Are you looking to lose weight? Are you looking for more energy? All those questions that we can ask people every single day. We have full authority to reach out to anyone and everyone we want. We get to use social media as a tool that can reach hundreds and hundreds of people and say, are you interested in what I have? Now, what I know is that you want to have conversations now for future new teammates. So, what we are talking about now, the people we are talking to, the social media that we are doing, the plans that we're making, the goals that we're setting for ourselves, all of that that's happening today, you may not have instant gratification. Okay. You might not feel the result of that work, those efforts, those conversations. I have a feeling most of you are saying, yes, that's true. Why isn't it happening faster? Why aren't more people saying yes to me? It's because we want to honor the process of people to say yes in their own time, when the timing is right for them, or when their need is great, or their pain is so great, maybe a health pain, or maybe a financial pain, or maybe a loneliness. We don't know that until we talk to people and we start asking questions. And so we ask those questions, we continue to have conversations, we continue to get to know those people, and then we can offer them the solution that we have. I have a potential solution for what we're talking about. Are you open to taking a look at this? And so people look at information, they talk to maybe their significant other, maybe they say, hey, this isn't a good time. Can we talk in a couple more weeks? Or I just spoke with somebody today. They're on vacation. for the next week, but they really want to connect next week. Well, they have to come off my list for this week and they're going to go on my list for next week because that's a good time for them. And so just really embracing, if you want to do this, if you want this to be part of your life and your profession, embracing the fact that this isn't about you and your timing. This is about those people that you're talking to and that you're reaching, the people that are following you on social media that you don't even know are following you. And then they come around and they start to say yes, or I'm a little curious, or I have a need for that. But we do our job to keep showing up, to keep following up, to keep consistent posting, keep going to events, keep being coachable, do the things, and people will join you with that consistent effort. So I would ask you now, before I go to my guests, because I want to hear a couple things from them, but I would ask you now, what goals did you set for yourself? Okay, you're an entrepreneur, you're running your own business. What goal did you set for yourself in August? Did you write down a goal for yourself with three, or maybe even in your own personal life? Did you set any goals for yourself? So I decided how many conversations I wanted to have in August. I wrote it down. I decided how many people I wanted to enroll in August. It's not a matter, this is a big nugget. It's not a matter if you can enroll 8 people in August, 10 people in August, let's say. It's a matter of how are you going to enroll? So, what is your method? What is your roadmap? How many conversations do you need to have in order to enroll the 10 people in August that you said was a goal for you? How many of you achieved that goal? Did you celebrate that goal once you achieved it? Did your enrolling sponsor, your leader, did they acknowledge you and support that goal? Okay, leaders, we want to understand the goals of our teammates. Okay, and even our customers. What is a customer goal? Do they want to release some body fat this month? Do they want to detox their body really well? Do they just want to reduce um, stiffness in their body, right? Are we focused on them to help them hit their goals as well? Okay, so I will tell you guys, I've been pushing our team and some of the global conversations I've had to not take breaks over the summer months. May, June, July, now August. Don't take breaks. Keep having conversations because it is what you have done over the summer that is going to show up for you in the fall. Like I said before, it's not too late. It's not, even though it's mid-August, it's not too late. Start having conversations now, start planting your seeds now. If you want to have people joining your business in September, October, November, and December, it's the conversations that you start having now. So the people that I will be enrolling for the rest of August, those people are people that I started having conversations with 2 weeks ago, 2 months ago, 1 year ago. Those are the people that are starting to come into the business and join me. Okay, so I want you guys, if set your goals for August, but if you haven't done that, get into motion, get into gear because September is coming. I'd like to see everyone set goals for September. How many conversations will you have? How many people will you enroll? How many calls will you attend? Are you booked for the next event? Are you hosting an in-home event in your hometown, in your community, or maybe in your office in the country that you're in? Are you hosting these events? Are you attending open houses? Write it down and then execute. Execute. So I want everybody in action. We're coming into September. There is something beautiful about this profession in the fall months when people, children are going back to school. Usually summer is not very routine. People are getting back into a routine and they start to focus a little bit about themselves again, a little bit in their health again. And you should see a really strong September, October, November. I have always had great Decembers with people that are looking to start the new year in good health. Okay, seasonally for 13 going on 14 years, I have found the fall months to be really powerful in this industry. And so I would invite you guys to just charge in strong to the fall and know that what you're doing today is going to pay off for you later. So this is how I want to empower you today. I'm asking you to go do these things. asking you to set goals for September, asking you to execute, and just know how the system works. Honor the process that it takes from the first time someone hears about 3 International from you to the time that they say, yes, I'm ready to join you. I need these products, or I want to explore this financial opportunity. Okay. So I want to hear from a few people that I think are doing it really, really well. You guys can join me now. I have Jenn Burger, I've got Alison Quackenbush, and I have Jeremie McClean at home with this beautiful virtual opportunity with a daughter probably in the background. It's one of our favorite things in our team. We love to hear about Jeremie's got to run because the daughter, or she's running around the park, or going on a bike ride or soccer practice. That's what this is all about, Jeremie. So Jeremie's learning how to run a business with a young child at home. And some of us have done this. I know Allison's done it a couple times over. But Jeremie's been in the industry for quite a while. Jeremie, I'm so excited that you're here. And I'd love for you to teach our global community. Tell us a little bit about you. I know that you love this profession. I love that you have this opportunity to build this with us, be part of this community. You're one of the very first people I connected with and said, I'd really love for you to be a part of this. You had looked at something else, but you've got a lot of knowledge, I feel like, in this space. I think you would agree with me that it seems like conversations pick up a little bit in the fall and that the energy is a little bit different. So tell us a little bit about who you are, Jeremie, and what you're looking forward to in September.
Okay. Yeah. Number one, thank you for having me on this event, and hello to my Asia Pacific fam. It's one of these things. You have calls and videos like this, and you look forward to them all the time. I remember when I was brand new in the industry, and there was calls like this. I never missed one. I was plugged in because it was my ticket to freedom. I wanted as much of it as I could possibly get. I didn't want to miss a beat. And you had people like Jessica Johnston, just giving up all these hard won gold nuggets week in and week out. That meant I could get to my goal faster because I didn't have to make unnecessary mistakes. I could stand on the shoulders of giants, so to speak, and get to my goals quicker and be a better team player. But my background really, I grew up in a really pretty average, middle of the road family in the suburbs in the 80s and 90s. So I'm an authentic one. I got to actually live through the 80s and go to the arcades and ride BMX and all that kind of stuff. And it was good. It was a good time. But I started getting an idea of the type of lifestyle I wanted even way back then. And so as I got older, you're going through education. What do I want to do? What do I want to do? And at first I thought I was going to be a police officer. And then, I went to school for firefighting actually, and realized, hey, I didn't want to be stuck in the city fighting fires. I wanted to go fight fires on the mountains because I wanted to go snowboard and all that kind of stuff. So I took my courses for that. And I didn't even finish schooling, guys. Take that how you want to. But I basically caught the first thing smoking out west, and I got hired by a company, and it was a blast for 4 or 5 years. That was my profession, and it was a lot of fun. However, I saw the person in my company who was the top tier, the top dog. What we're all shooting for, and I saw his lifestyle. I saw the shape he was in, and I said, "No bueno, no good." I didn't want any part of that. I was like, "Okay, that's my glass ceiling, and it's shattering over there. So what do I gotta reroute things." So I bumped into a woman who's in this beautiful, powerful industry. She stuck out like a sore thumb. She was in this mountain town wearing an all white suit, walked out of a white Jag. And I'm like, what are you doing here? I'm in coveralls, covered in soot. And she was doing a business presentation, and we just had a chat on the sidewalk. And she started just probing and asking questions. And that was my first, she was teaching me as she was talking to me. I was like, she's asking me all these questions. She's getting all this intel and gold out of me. She knew that I had a desire for more in my life, more time, more freedom, more income. And before I knew it, I ran home, showered, and I found myself in that overview, and that was it, Jessica. I was in. I was like, this makes so much sense. A business that works like team sports. You got to be kidding me. I didn't learn this in college, and I paid a pretty big student loan for that. So here I am, with three, fast forward, and it's the best of the best that I've seen. seen some great companies come and go. Both Jessica and I can speak to that. So can, Alison. However, just it's very rare when, all these things converge at once, right? Because there's different things out there that have great products. There's the timing's okay with this one, and the people, there's great leadership over here. But, how often in a generation do all these things come together at
That's a
once?
great point, Jeremie.
Right.
That's a great point.
It's rare. So when Jessica gave me a holler, actually I saw a post on Facebook, I think, and she had her hands up, she was praying, and I'm like, oh, there's my girl praying. What's going on with her? And so I connected, and I was like, I was just waiting for her to say something so I could say yes. I was just like, yes, I don't care what it is, diapers. What are you doing? Like, I don't care. And so when I found out that it was this company that had current technology, okay, they're pushing the envelope. They were debt free. The head scientist, Dan Gubler's out in the field curating raw material, has a farm, and I'm like, you got to be kidding me! This guy's like Peter Parker. He's making stuff as he goes. Like, can I meet him? Is he for real? And so I go on YouTube, and this guy's for real. And then I learned about Daniel Piku and Kim Hui. I'm like, oh my gosh. And it just got better. It snowballed. It was a snowball of success when I started doing my fact finding, because I started reading about the leadership. Jessica already mentioned Ricky and Francois Zantemeyer, Holly and Corbin Rouge, just it went on and on and on. And I was like, okay, I can't lose. This is a win-win. Even if it takes me 15 years to build this business,
Yeah.
we all got friends that build brick and mortar businesses, right? And not one of those guys expects to kick a field goal in the first year or two. Some do, but it's not the norm. So I was like, even if it takes me 15 years to build a rock solid business that becomes an asset, that cash flows, that I can will, what else am I going to do? Who else is offering this deal? Nobody. So I'm
So
in.
So good. So, so good. And I know that you come from a place of wisdom and experience. And so I trust everything that you're saying. It's so good. I'm shaking my head yes the whole time. I see the, excuse me, the girls getting excited too over here on the Zoom. I just always appreciate what you add in. I'm looking forward to your fall. I know that you're consistently having conversations, and I want to tell you, you did something really great. You have been through your Canadian population of conversations, and one day you called and said, you know what, Jessica, I'm going to focus on the US. I know people in the US. You have taken
Mm-hmm.
some social media into the US, and you started to say, hey, I want to start tapping into this market a little bit. And everybody here, I think within the first week, you had a new teammate. She drove in Florida and she met us at an event because we were going to be there. It's just the power of this woman trusted you, and the power of your team showing up for you to just love on that woman and pour into her. My goodness, and I have big dreams for her, Jeremie. I know you did too. We get to really
Mm-hmm.
change people's lives. And I wish she could just pick this up and just see the magic in it and just be
Mm-hmm.
consistent like you are. And sometimes not everybody sticks around, right? For one reason or the other, right? But Jeremie, you are loyal. You are so committed. I love having you on calls. You're one of our trainers on calls that I do with the team. I can always count on you for that. And you rarely miss anything. So thank you. You're always plugged in. I know you deserve the world. And I am just, you have a great, phenomenal team leg. So
Yes, I do.
your
Yes,
shared
it's
leg,
good.
praise
Mm-hmm.
God, your shared leg is probably built for life. And so knowing that with a binary, which you and I know, it is the only reason I'm like, it's a binary. Three's a binary. Are you kidding? And
Exactly.
you said the same thing. Is it a binary? And I remember I was just blowing your mind with each question. Like, you're like, no way, no way. And so we were getting really excited together. You came in as a founder, and I'm
Yeah.
looking forward to just everything beaches of the world, getting to know your daughter. Can't wait to see your wife again and be on luxury trips with you guys. And I can't wait. We're going to be on cruise ships together and beaches. And that's why we're doing it here. And Jeremie, I don't care how long it takes you either. Especially now after we've built this team leg out, you know that it only takes one excited person to completely change your life and your family's everything for the rest of your life. And that's how a binary works. And Jeremie, we have the luxury of a check match in this company. So awesome. Let me go for sake of time. Jeremie, I could stay on you for 30 minutes, but let me
It's all
grab
good. Thank
Alison.
you.
Next, I want to bring Alison in because some people have other calls tonight that they have to get on to. Jeremie's rock solid. Alison, you also have wisdom in the industry. You are, I will say, and the team will support me, you are one of the top leaders that we have in this team. You are organized, you are on top of it. She's the person who knows what's going on. I swear before anyone else knows that it's going on. She sees every email. She usually posts it a week before I do. And then a week later, I go to share it and she's already done it, days before, a week before. So thank you. Every person trying to lead a big team needs an Allison. And I am so grateful for you. So thank you so much for everything that you do for the team. Love having you on a global call right now. I want this company to know you and know who you are. There are people in this company that could reach out to you, Allison, and you would help them all just the same. You would never turn a person away, and you want so much for free. You want everything for free. So we can keep it short, Allie. I know you have other calls tonight. I adore our friendship. That's something that really happened here is we've become very good friends in this process. This profession creates friendships, and you will see in a second, it actually can also rekindle friendships when I get to Jenn Burger. But Alison, coming to you, you're actually very good at the goal setting thing. So I know you set some goals for August. What are you excited about for September? Because you're always thinking ahead. Welcome.
Hi, everybody. Um, the question was, what am I excited about for September?
Yeah, like, what are some of the things you worked on for August? And because we still have a few weeks of August, and knowing you with goal setting, I mean, you're the first person that sends me your goals each month. When I'm like, send me your goals, I get the text from you within minutes. So, maybe what were some of the things you worked on in August, and how are you going to expand that into September?
My goal for July and August has been meeting new people because I do work from home, a full-time job, and I work my whole entire three business from this computer. And I have to always be looking for new people to talk to, listening to, well, not listening because most of the time it's reading people's posts, whether it's on Facebook, Instagram, or LinkedIn. Most of the people I'm meeting recently are on LinkedIn. Um, and it's because I lead with the business when I'm sharing about Three International online. Because what I do for a living, I share first about the product because I'm a clinical health coach, and most everyone I'm talking to, it's always about health all day long, 8 hours, 10 hours a day. So when I'm building my business, I'm talking about business. And if the business doesn't work, then I share the product. So it's consistent work. I talk to no less than three people a day on a daily basis, even if it's in between appointments, because I usually have 8 to 14 appointments a day that I'm coaching. So it takes time to sift. I call it sifting. I'm sifting through people, and I'm very bold. I'm always inviting. That's because I know when I first was in the industry, I used to be like, how do you talk to people? What do you say? How do you say it? So I learned the art of invitation. It's like I'm either inviting them to an appointment, to
Good,
a
Allie.
Zoom call,
Yes.
or to in-home. And I don't do my own in-homes right now. It's not possible for me. So I leverage other people's in-homes. And like this
Smart.
week, I have someone going to Jessica's house, and I had people going to other team members' houses throughout the country. And it's constant all the time. And I use the tools. I don't ever share the knowledge I have because I do have a lot of knowledge because I don't want anyone to be intimidated. So I share tools. They ask me information, I just give them a tool, whether it's from the app or I
Good.
had in boards because or I share a story. And usually it's other people's stories. I have a hard time talking about myself. So I usually talk about other people's stories. So I'm constantly on Zoom calls. And if I miss a Zoom call because I'm coaching, I listen to it later. And every morning I'm always listening to something about three. Something has to be about 3 in the morning. Usually during the week it's team calls, but on the weekends I'm always going into Spark and listening to a Zoom or to Ricky and Francois's team calls, just so I could learn because other people's stories, I could leverage them just like I'm leveraging Jessica's in homes and other people's in homes. It's just, it's natural now. But when I was in my other opportunity, I wasn't consistent. So
Mhm.
when I said yes to three, my goal and my commitment was consistency no matter what. I'm going to have a conversation about Three International on a daily basis, no matter what it takes. And that includes Sundays. And I know people feel weird about talking to people on Sundays because it's like downtime. But in my eyes, it's not downtime because there's people working on Sundays here in the United States. People work 7 days a week. When I enrolled in three, I was working 7 days a week, two full-time jobs. I didn't see my grandson. And I've seen my grandson more now in the last 2 years than I did in the first 2 years of his life. I've seen him 5 times in the first 2 years of his life. Now I get to see him at least once a month because I am still working full time, but I'm not working two full-time jobs anymore. So it's pretty cool.
Well, I have a lot to say. First of all, you look great for having a grandson. Let's just start with that. Uh, One of the most powerful things you said, though, is having more time for him. And I know that we've adjusted with your schedule through friendship and talks and said, hey, do you really still need to do that? Now you have three. I know how much you love this company. And I know your consistency and you love it. And it shows up because every day you're trying to better yourself in it, your knowledge, your understanding. And I love that when you don't have a candidate to talk to, that you're watching a Zoom or something like that to stay up. I know you're in all the threads because I see you popping up. Allie, I dream the world for you. And I can't wait to have you fully retired and everything and just living off this three income and seeing your grandson every day if you want to. I mean, those are the dreams that I have for you guys. So my goals, if you guys saw my goals, my people and my team are included in my goals. So I'm like, you guys got to step up because they're my goals that I have to reach for you, right? So I love pouring into this team. Okay, Allie, I know you might have something else going on. So let me finish off tonight's Zoom with Jennifer Berger. Hey, let's totally flip the script. She's brand spanking new to this industry. You can tell us a little bit about yourself. She loves wellness. And she recently, let's just cut to the chase, was really burnout in an employment opportunity that she had tremendous success in and watched and watched and watched, right? Honoring her time, which we've talked about tonight on the Zoom, honoring her time to say yes. So when the pain of the employment got bad enough for her, that was the time she said, okay, I'm ready to do this. I need some freedom. She needed her health back, to relieve the stress. And I'll let her tell you a little bit about that. So, Jenn, most importantly, you're a friend from middle school, so junior high school. So that means before high school and here in the United States. Jennifer and I have known each other. We were in competitive swimming together, high school together. And so I will age us by telling you it's about 35 years or maybe more. And we have always kind of been in touch through social media, our parents, or whatever it might be. We live in the same hometown. But now we have completely reconnected. This is one of the things I love about this profession. We are building a business together, and she is full steam ahead. I know you've been working hard. She is doing incredibly well within the team. She doesn't even know how she's doing it. And I said, that's perfect. Just keep doing what you're doing then, because she's going to start, and she is. She's starting to see this show up. She's almost a three-star. And so if somebody who doesn't know what they're doing is about to hit three-star very early in her build, this is really exciting. So Jenn, just tell us a little bit about yourself and then what do you have planned for the fall?
Well, first, thank you. Hi, everybody. So honored to be a part of this call. Thank you for this opportunity. And wow, I've got some big shoes to fill. Allie and Jeremie, you both were amazing. So, a little bit about myself. Like Jessica said, wellness is a passion of mine. I've been in the fitness space for about 10 years prior to this. Burnout set in. I did have a very successful career. I have a passion for helping people. I love being a part of people's stories, right? I'm not necessarily doing the work, but I'm there supporting them and empowering them and giving them an opportunity to be the best version of themselves. So, Jess and we've been friends forever and ever and ever. She's come to me a couple times. And finally, at the beginning of this year, the time finally was right. I said yes. I went to an in-home at her house. And to say the least, it's been life changing. And if I talk too much about it, I'll get really emotional, as I did at my own in home about 2 weeks ago, right? Tears that I didn't even realize I had in me kind of set in. So this has been an incredible opportunity. And she's right. I really don't know really what I'm doing, but I'm just out here doing. I think the biggest thing that I can take away so far from this is you have to stay consistent. You have to stay relentless. You have to be shameless, right? And you have to believe in yourself, right? And you have to really understand, like, no matter what, there are people out there that think what they want to think about this industry, right? Everybody has their own opinion, and their own opinion is right, same as yours, right? But don't ever shrink yourself to somebody else's level, right? Always just continue to show up, show out, stay consistent, be with you, be with your heart, lead with your heart. People will recognize it and they'll follow, right? We're in a business where we get to just use our most beautiful gift, and that's our voice, right? And we get to share our voice. We get to share other people's stories, and when the timing is right for people will join on board. And I have begun to see some of that success. So I'm just continuing to speak to everybody that I can get a hold of, whether it's my neighbor, whether it's on social media, whether it's at the grocery store, whether it's a friend from, 30 years ago, however I connect, I just speak. And when the time is right, they're going to jump on board. They're going to join. So that's what I'm really focused in on. I'm now excited. I'm starting to build a team underneath me. So being able to give them an opportunity and starting to coach them as well, and giving them some goals to set for themselves, for them to see some time freedom, financial freedom, being able to be a support, for their household, for others around them. So that's really what I've been focusing on, and that I'm going to continue to lean into for the fall.
Amazing. It's hard to believe. People will not believe that you're brand new with the way that you just spoke. You sound like a veteran here. You hit the nail on the head. Your energy is amazing. I want to thank you for trusting me and just believing in what you've watched the journey. But also, I know that you can have success here. It's just how you are. You're very driven. You've accomplished what you've wanted to accomplish in your life. I know that you'll accomplish it here too. I love what you said. Basically, who cares what people think? Because you know what? They come back and they thank you later and say, thank you so much. I had no idea that this was this. I had no idea this community existed. A lot of people will say, I didn't even know that I could feel this good. I didn't even know there was a happy place to work. I didn't know that I could have freedom. I didn't know that I really could get paid every Friday and wake up in the morning and have money in an account. Wait till you start to see your checks, Jenn. When you're building a team. We've been welcoming new people to the team. Her in-home was a great success. She did start crying and got emotional in the beginning. None of us expected it because she is a powerhouse. Her neighbors know it about her. Her ex-employees know it about her. I know it about her, but something's really in her for this. And I really do believe, Jenn, that your gift is to love people and pour into people. And you have this company that does it all for you. And you just have to be the person that connects it. That's what we are. We get to connect people having better health or more money or more freedom to a company that's doing it for us. We just have to tell people about it and they make a decision if they want to join. So who cares? I tell people, do you think I care how I make millions of dollars, that it was in the e-commerce direct sales space? Are you kidding me? It's brilliant. It is brilliant. And when people in our team, our organization, Jenn, when people in your team that desperately need it start making $500 a week, $1,000 a week, $5,000 a week, when they start doing that, game over. And you know what? They're changing a lot of lives in whatever capacity those lives need changing, or whatever capacity those people are willing to make those changes. So I'm excited about your future. Allie smiles so big. I know she believes in you too. We hear it in you. We're like, this is so good. So you got the new person totally on board. She gets it, you guys. Watch out for this one. And of course, 2 veteran leaders. You guys are going to hear a lot more from this team right here. So I want to thank you guys for joining me and pouring into our global community. They're going to see a lot more of you guys. And I'm honored too that you guys joined me and that we were able to do this call for our entire 3 family. You guys, everybody have a great night. Thanks, guys. Take care. Good night.